Hello, Goosebumps fans. It's finally time for some news. So, anyways, let's do it. First things first, let's talk about the show because the book section has some unbelievable details we got to talk about. So, I think the show should go first. Then, we're going to talk about the books. Then, we're going to talk about the interesting controversy that happened within 2 weeks to a month ago. Of course, if you want more news faster than me, go to Nightmare Fueled Entertainment, apparently. But if you want to actually hear my take and actually hear straight point blank without any other extra stuff and know the nitty gritty, stay here. Anyways, first things first is the show. So we have Nightmare Fuel and we have Goosebumps Aussie fan. They both talk about it. It turns out that Justin Long couldn't keep his mouth shut. I think that's what happened. Justin Long did not keep his mouth shut, and they told him to take it down. So within 24 hours, Justin Long was contacted by Disney to take that down. Unlike with Marvel, where they're like, keep your damn mouth shut, Justin actually decided to say some stuff. And, well, thanks to Goosebumps Aussie fan, we got this little thing right here that actually says that they have done wrapping up productions a few days ago, and it looks like we're going to get the Goosebumps streaming show in October. They are making sure they're doing it in October, which I'm like, good. But here's one good question. What will Nickelodeon do? Because we kind of actually have to understand, because if Nickelodeon beats Goosebumps, if they beat this, then that's a bad signal, bad sign. I don't know what exactly. I think technically they do it month by month, week by week. So that means that this might actually drop week by week episodes. That's what Disney Plus is doing now. So I'm pretty sure they won't drop it all together. So that means the only question is, what will Nickelodeon do? Last year they decided to drop it in June in the summer, which I don't understand, but okay. And season one, great. Are You Afraid of the Dark, by the way. Season 1, great. Season 2, eh. Season 3, so good, but they screwed up the finish line. I mean, whoever is the counterfeit R.L. Stein, the imposter R.L. Stein, who said, we need a twist. You need to be fired. Because that was the most horrible twist that you can ever come up with. I would have preferred you would have went with my idea. And here's some spoilers before we continue on. But anyways, they made the manager of the hotel the bad guy, apparently the secret twist the bad guy, and the ghost girl idiot is the victim. And I'm like, well, if you're trying to get out, why in the world are you taking people's lives? I mean, the first or just 2 times. It takes 2 times for you to say, oops, I'm making them lost souls too. And it's like, yeah, idiot. You kind of actually need to understand that if you are the victim here, you kind of need to figure out some other way how to do contact. Not, oh, I'm trying to talk to people, I'm trying to touch upon them, and I accidentally got them killed. That makes you a dumbass idiot freaking monster. It does. You just made the monster that I'm like, has very good potential. This is unbelievable. To, wow, you are a fucking dumbass. It's like, oh my gosh, you're a dumbass. Yeah, and then they had to lean towards the second season, being like, the Book of Shadows. And I'm like, I still need to see season 2 just to make sure and understand, is season 2 better than season 3? Because of this crap right here, I'm pretty sure season 2 might be able to beat season 3. My thoughts was that just make him an old man. Make him not the manager, because I like the dude. Make it a guy who is pulling the strings from the back. He actually got married. He had children. He has grandchildren. And they all run the damn hotel. The only messed up part is that the great grandfather is not gonna die, and he's pulling strings. He's the one that actually says what he says goes. Why would he live exactly in this secret place with all the mirrors? We don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know exactly. Maybe he has something very special he's wearing. He only has one of them to get her away, and maybe she's a jerk ass and she's trying to get anyone in his family to switch places with her, not just him. But it's like, I would hope it would be him, but then we have to deal with the whole thing of the mirrors in the room, unless he's breaking them, which is like kind of think he should maybe break them, but that's maybe too much. That's why you need a duo when it comes to writing stuff. But still, this whole idea of being like, oh, she's the victim this whole time and she killed, what, 12 people? You killed 12 people and you're the damn victim. Get the fuck out of here. But anyways, we have to see what Nickelodeon's gonna do. Are they gonna do a summer one or are they gonna go against them in October? The only other extra thing that you have to know is that they do 4 or 5 episodes. Wow, this one, Goosebumps, is going to be 8 episodes. So does that mean, are they going to up the ante and make it 8 episodes as well? We're going to have to see. But if I'd be a betting man, I would say they're freaking wimps. Nickelodeon's a wimp. You're not going to go against them. And they're going to just put it in freaking summer again. And hopefully they'll have that astronauts experiment TV show get a season 2 finally on Nickelodeon, because it was actually good. I'm like, yeah, why the frick did you bump them to the curb to do that? And then now all of a sudden they're not coming back and you're going to still bump them to the curb again? It's just stupid. It's like, Nickelodeon, you got to make up your mind here. You got to make up your mind. Which one do you think is most important? I think you can do both at the same time, you idiots. You can do both shows at the same time. It's like, if you can't, then I don't understand how you freaking working right now. But we'll just have to see. The competition, the battle between Are You Afraid of Dark and Goosebumps could be reignited again. And if it is, well, Nickelodeon's going to have to amp up some more episodes. They're going to have to actually make it even more of a good series and with more episodes and not have any filler. That's what they're going to have to do. Right now, I think they're actually good with the whole 4 episode thing, but the messed up part again is that, well, 4 against 8, I don't think that'll work. They might be forced and have to be like, here's season 4 and season 5 together so they can both do it both at the same time. But other hand, Goosebumps, Disney could double time it where it's like 2 episodes a week. Unless they're going to go into October in November and it's like, oh, I don't like that. That's kind of gross. It's like, I don't like it when they do that. But we'll just have to see again. We're just going to have to see. But anyways, that is the TV show, streaming show, is that it might come out. It will come out in October. They finally finished everything. They really have things hush hush. We don't even have a teaser yet. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get a teaser soon enough. And everyone's eyeballs is going to be on it. Just be careful. Disney might copyright you if you have the teaser on your channel. I'm going to attempt to do it too. Might as well try to risk it, but we'll have to see. With that out of the way, here's a short moment with the books. So it looks like when it comes to best screams ever, is that what it's called? It's like, hold on, what is it called again? Okay, there we go. Scariest book ever. Scariest book ever has concept art. It has a concept art and it has a cover now. So it does have a cover. I don't know, maybe I missed it when someone was talking about there's a cover now, but there's a cover now. And again, it will be released to the world in September 19th of this year. But thanks to Goosebumps Completionist, we also know something else. It turns out that the second book has been revealed. So the second book is going to come in March 5th, 2024, which we're not going to have a lot of Goosebumps this year, are we? So does that mean that Scholastic's going to lean towards releasing more books of the old days, of the long, long ago? Maybe they're going to do some re-releases. If so, then that's awesome. I feel great for the kids. They deserve to actually see old versions of the books and stuff like that. But let's see, is there anything else? Yes, we do have a blurb. Mario Galapagos is joining his best friends Todd and Jewel on their annual holiday visit to snowy Vermont. Everything looks picture perfect at first, but then Mario finds a small statue of a strange, ugly creature in the garden and brings it inside. Little does he know, the stone creature is actually a real live goblin. By bringing it inside, Mario has just started a war with all of its hideous goblin friends. Well, it sounds like to me they think he actually kidnapped or have their goblin brethren in ransom. This is cool. I think this is cool. This is actually would be kind of fun. This would be a fun book to actually listen and read. This would be fun. So, with that out of the way, I think it's time for us to start on this crazy thing that's about this just happened. So, I'm going to read first from the New York Post. Goosebumps author R.L. Stine says publisher made woke edits behind his back. Whoa. Whoa. Yes, whoa. So here is the whole entire thing. Horror author R.L. Stine has denied sanitizing his classic Goosebumps books to appease the woke, accusing the publisher of altering his work behind his back. The 79-year-old horror author spoke up after the Times of London claims that he had censored over a dozen of his books to avoid mentions of race or calling characters fat or crazy. Well, let me see. Paparina, Squid Jib, almost anyone who actually reviewed Goosebumps basically said how he went all over the freaking world to screw over fat people. But you're now getting rid of race? Really? So it sounds like to me, if you want the full experience of the books, you got to get the older ones before these new ones they're releasing. It's like, oh, good Lord. And that means that even the freaking 10 ones, the 10 ones might be altered too. Oh man. What my stand on the fat things is like, well, my stands on the fat things and the fat jokes and stuff is like, well, I don't sanitize authors. If they want to write that, they write that. Anyways, the story is false. I have never changed a word in a Goosebumps book, Stine stated firmly to a report accusing him of re-editing the books to appease the woke. Do you really think he actually would re-edit the freaking books for the woke people before he actually edit them to actually make them better? To amend the books, there's some continuity issues, when it comes to many of the sequels, there's lots of freaking issues that you have here. So it's like, you don't think he would actually go back and fix the issues on those books before doing your crap? I'm just saying, if you're editing crap, edit for the better, not edit for just censorship and helping people, which I don't even know you're helping. Instead of changes were made behind his back, Stine said in response to an angry reader who accused him of being shameful for supporting censorship. So some reader actually had something to say. The stories aren't true. I never changed a word in Goosebumps. Again, he said the second biggest selling book series after Harry Potter. It's like, ouch. Why did you have to write that in there? Oh, we get to have the person who said it though. We get to see it. Hold on. But sadly, they keep on popping stuff up. Thanks, New York Post. Any changes were never shown to me, he stressed. The changes sparked outrage coming on the heels of the woke edits to that one guy's classic kids book, as well as planned changes to James Bond's books. Unlike those, however, the UK Times initially accused Stein of making the changes. So we have Lindsay here, cynical Lindsay from Twitter. Man, I looked up to R.L. Stein as an awesome writer that had brought so much joy to my childhood and teen years. The fact he supports censorship and authorization of works of art is quite disturbing. How shameful. Lindsay, what the fuck? Lindsay, what the fuck? Yeah, so Lindsay, cynical Lindsay from Twitter started this crap. Or she actually lit a flame a little bit more. Make sure you check the facts before you do anything, please. And let's just check out one more. Okay, good. We're going to look at Sky News. Goosebumps author adapts text to remove weight, mental health, and ethnicity references. The book series has sold more than 300 million copies in the new ebook versions of the series. The new ebook versions. There we go. So let me get this straight now. Right now, we just see the ebooks. Scholastic is so damn lazy, but very considerate, I guess we can call them that they will change the ebooks, but the actual books that they print out, they're not going to change them. I think that's a good compromise, but I think that might be just them being lazy as hell. All right, anyways, the new ebook versions of the series, words like crazy and squirrel cheeks has been changed. Squirrel cheeks? What exactly is offensive about squirrel cheeks? The author of the popular children's book series, Goosebumps, has been adapted more than a dozen of titles to remove or change references to mental health, ethnicity, and weight. After J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, Goosebumps is the second highest. My gosh, would y'all guys stop that? Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. Stop. Okay? Stop. Just stop right now. Goosebumps is still running. Harry Potter, however, and it's like, I don't have no issues with Harry Potter, but just look what's going on here. I think they finished the Fantastic Beasts. I don't think they have anything planned besides they're going to take this screenplay of The Cursed Child and make it into a movie. And the messed up part is that J.K. Rowling kind of destroyed herself. Like, seriously, they destroyed herself. I don't think she's going to ever write any Harry Potter ever again. And, well, even if she does, she has done so much damage to Harry Potter's brand by accident. Or by being considerate. There you go. That's the word. Considerate. Anyways, let's continue going. Having once sold more than 400 million copies a month, publisher Scholastic has been re-releasing the children's horror novels as edited ebooks, according to the Times, amid ongoing rows about censorship in publishing. More than 100 edits has been made by Arthur R.L. Stein to his original works, with examples of characters now being described as cheerful rather than plump. Reference to villains making victims slaves has been removed. They censored Slappy, folks. They actually censored Slappy. Damn, they censored Slappy. And Mr. Wood. Yep. While the word crazy has been swapped for silly and other alternatives, the Times reports. The first of the Goosebumps books were published in 1992. The series included the works of Welcome to Dead House and Stay Out of the Basement. Changes to the original text come shortly after the condemning of someone rewriting books. Like, yeah, so we're going to call him Rishi. Rishi condemned the rewriting of Dahl's children's books. Okay, that's weird. The prime minister quoted that the big friendly giant's warning not to gobble funk with words when condemning the move that has also branded as absurd censorship by author Sir Salman Rushdie. Copies of James Bond's novels has been amended to remove a number of references to race and will be reissued later this year. At least 6 chin description changed. Stein, 79, from Ohio, United States, originally published 62 books in the Goosebumps series. In 2015, it was adapted to a series, movie, and then another movie came out. Times reported that one story about aliens abducting large people and eating them, a character described as having at least 6 chins, is now at least 6 feet 6. We know that book. That book is Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. Another book reference a wolf whistling has been removed, while another character has been stripped of descriptions such as resembling a bowling ball and having squirrel cheeks. Oh, that. Oh my gosh, really? Numerous mentions of the word crazy has been removed across the series. Replacements include silly, wild, scary, lost her mind, and stressed. The term a real nut is now a real wild one, and nutcase is now weirdo. The adaptations were reportedly part of an ebook re-release that began in 2018. Time says Stein and Scholastic did not respond to a request for comment. So he didn't actually talk to the Times, but New York Post was able to do one extra wrap up because, well, Cynical Lindsay here said something. It's like, Cynical Lindsay, apparently you are the hero we needed. No, she's just a fucking Samson. Yup, she's the Samson judge up in this. So, well, at least the good news is simple. It's only affected the ebooks. As for the printed stuff, we do not know. But there's a but here. There has been 4 books that were previously released that could have actually been altered. Because the movie came out in 2018. The sequel came out in 2018. So if that's true, that means Bride of Living Dummy, The Headless Ghost, which I think those 2 are okay. Maybe, because instead of slave, he said he wants his bride. So that worked out. Let's see. What was the other 2? It's like, yeah, most likely comment down below, you know what the other 2 are. But that's basically it. Wow. Scholastic did that. But they did it to the ebooks. Just note, they did it to the ebooks, and we have no idea if they actually touched upon books that they're still selling today. I mean, newer books, they most likely won't be able to do anything until much later, but we kind of would hope they don't. So now we're going to create this interesting power struggle. That means that when it comes to 2018, which, when did the 10s come out? Oh, good Lord. So that means that now we have a new freaking issue when it comes to collecting Goosebumps and the pricing of Goosebumps. Since you have this censorship, that means that the physical books, if affected, now the older versions are a little bit more worth of value versus the newer ones that got censored. The good news is that I guess the third versions of them have not been harmed except for the 4 in 2018, but I need someone to actually check that for themselves. It's like, you need to check that for me. It's like, yep, that means Bungie, the Wikipedia guys. We need the 5 creepy ones. We need you guys to read those books, read the original one, and then read the one that was 2018, and see if there has been any censorships in there. If there has been censorships in there, oh good lord, they're not playing. They're not lazy. But on the other hand, if it turns out that in the ebooks alone, this is the changes, well then. But we now come to a new thing that I'm like, uh-oh. Because R.L. Stine said he never changed his works, but uh-oh. There's one book that he loves so much that he did change. Uh-oh. And it's none other than Cuckoo Clock of Doom. He changed it many times. Because, well, the only thing he changed, well, yeah, he changed it many times. He changed the stuff that occurs in there, like Pepsi turns into something else. I know that's not true, but that's an example. But he changed the years. He changed the years every single time it got re-released. The last one was in an ebook, which he changed it from something to 2008. So now it's 2008. Now, if it turns out he changed it again, I wouldn't know. But I'm just telling you that he did actually make changes. But if it's true that he never made changes, somehow someone actually got the smart idea of changing the Cuckoo Clock of Doom. That wasn't R.L. Stine. That's something interesting. And it gets even creepier where it's like, but no one actually touched the book. It changed everything by itself. Yep, that would be a good horror book. That would be a good horror one to talk about sooner or later. But anyways, maybe that's why we don't have any DVD copies of it or VHS copies, because it was too powerful for its own good. Anyways, that was the news. Amazing that censorship is going on in Goosebumps, ebook wise, for right now. But that only just brings the question of, if they're doing this and they're going to do some re-releases for the TV show now, because, well, it makes sense. At least they wouldn't be completely stupid like they did with the sequel movie. They won't be that stupid. They should be releasing lots more books, which notice that the book that we're going to get soon is September. And I forgot what was the Squawkity. It's like, yeah, I forgot the Squawkity one. So, but there seems like there's a long gap full of books being given. So that means that they could easily give us new books, new re-releases. But the question is now, with the new re-releases, are they now doing what they're going to do with the ebooks? That is the big question here. All I can tell you is this. If they do that to the physical copies of the new re-releases, you're going to have to send a message. All of you are going to have to step up and send a message. If you do read those books and you say something's weird, something's changed, they changed stuff that actually fits with the woke edits, then you're going to have to return that book. You're going to have to give them a message that you should never actually edit any book that R.L. Stine has done. Unless it's for the better, of course. It's like, yeah, unless it's for the better. But this is not for the better. This is just, I don't know what to tell you. It's called Of the Times for a reason. So, if it turns out they do physical copies and they do change them for woke, then the best thing to do is return that book. Even if it has a kick-ass cover. And Brandon deserves to have more work. Anyways, that is all for the news of this month. I'll come back, hopefully, to give you more. And hopefully not talk about more controversies, because this would suck if there's more controversies like this one that actually grew more legs. As if it's Monster Blood 4. Have a scary day, have a scary night.